Alright, g'day guys. I had a couple of requests to do an iPad video. A few of you know that I've got an iPad set up in the VE Commodore, so it's a pretty easy process and it's pretty cool as well. You can do some awesome things with it. So hopefully my battery doesn't die in this video, but all up, you're probably looking with the iPad and the cable, you're looking at about, if you were to get a first generation iPad, probably, $250 plus another $50 for the cable. So, call it $300 and that can be your entire setup. Now, I'll run you through quickly how it is set up. There's a cable here. It's just a standard 30-pin Apple connection that is connected to a cable. You can buy this specifically from a company in Melbourne called ASL Media. They sell it for about $50 including postage. Now it'll save you a lot of hassle because there's all kind of wires and everything that's connected into it, but it's very simple to install. It's literally, you pull the sideboards off and you click it straight in. So it's very, very simple to do. If I get a chance, I'll show you quickly how it's connected, but I don't want to go pulling it all out because it's a bit of a headache to put the trims back on. Anyway, so this is a first generation iPad. I wouldn't recommend getting anything above that. I mean, obviously the iPad 2 and the iPad 3 are going to be a bit faster, but I generally don't have any issues with this. The beauty of this cable as well also is that it's connected to a fuse, so you will always have a constant charge. This is also jailbroken as well, so I've set up a feature to, as soon as it receives a charge, it will also open the last song that was playing at the exact same second. So that's kind of cool. So I'll show you how that works. This is also mounted just with Velcro strips. It's very sturdy. It's never fallen off at all. I've never had any issues like that. So if I'm in a shitty area like Rooty Hill or Bankstown or Campbelltown or anywhere like that, and I not trust it, I can just rip it straight off and put it into the glove box and you can't see it. So yeah, I'll wipe it down just a little bit. The microfiber cloth cleans it very, very well. But yeah, I've never had any issues with it falling off. So I'll show you, I'll just turn the accessories on and you'll be able to see that the last song should start playing wherever I was at. So as you can see straight away, you get the last song that was playing, and you do have full steering wheel controls for volume, so you can turn that up. So that's perfect. Unfortunately, without a certain tweak, you won't be able to change the tracks from the steering wheel like you can CDs and the radio. You'll only be able to change the volume, but that's totally fine. All you have to do is lean over and double tap anyway. So I'll show you a couple of the apps that I'm using and that I'm working on. I'll just turn this down. So I generally will use the standard music app. It does a pretty good job. I mean, it could be better. So let me just focus on that for you. It could be better, but I have recently downloaded Beat Blaster that does some pretty cool stuff. So this is a $2 application or $3 all up, so it's not very steep at all. And it has a direct access to any of the music that you've got on your iPad already. And it'll probably run a little bit slow at the moment because I'm at home and I'm connected to a Wi-Fi network, so it will automatically get all the lyrics and the information and the all that kind of different stuff about the band. So you'll see if I press play, it should start playing whatever song was on there last. Just turn the volume up. But yeah, I mean, it is connected to the network, so it's going to run a little bit slow because it's getting the lyrics and the information about the band and all that kind of stuff when the song was brought out. So it does pretty cool stuff like that. So it's playing Korn at the moment, Adidas. And again, it's still steering wheel controls. And there's all the lyrics. Yeah, so I mean that's pretty cool. This application works a lot faster when you're not connected to any kind of a network. So for instance, if you're driving around in the city, obviously you're not going to be connected. But yeah, that does a really good job. So we'll have, my battery is getting close to dying, so we'll have a few more look at what we've got set up. I also do have another app that I'm working on to get running soon. It's Dash Command by Palmer Performance. Initially what this does is it sends all the diagnostics of your car to the iPad through a Wi-Fi connection. You will have to purchase a GoPoint technology or a PLX device, which is about $150, and this is also a $50 application that I'm I got as a trial, I guess I'm going to call it. I don't want to get in trouble, but yeah, so this is kind of cool. So it's got all kinds of different things. Let me just focus. It's got the dashboards, which is pretty awesome. So if it opens up, it will generally give you, you know, all kinds of different information. So you can see speed, RPM, acceleration, power, torque. You got fuel consumption, you know, economy, emissions. It literally shows you everything. So I mean, it's pretty goddamn rad. The reason it's not live at the moment is because it's not well, firstly, my car's not on. Secondly, the connection is not plugged in. I haven't actually received it yet. But I'll see if I can show you a demo on what it does look like in demo mode. But the good thing about this is that it also gives you track data, so it shows you driving around, it shows you, you know, certain weight when you turn to the left and the right. It gives you all these kind of different stats, you know, so it's actually, it's pretty impressive, to tell you the truth. So if I'll just go to settings, I'll see if I can show you a demo mode. Let me just go out and back in. Enable demo mode. So this was basically, imagine if you were driving around. This is what it would look like when everything's connected. So in the dashboards, this is what it would look like if you're driving around, and it's pretty instant with the the metering as well, when it gives you all the information. So you know, gives you all that kind of information there. These are all your fuel emissions and, you know, fuel level, how long you've got. It shows you so much information, a lot more than a standard car will. Okay, quickly looking down on this screen here, as you can see, it's deactivated at the moment. When this is a VE, this is an SSV, so basically these screens, the premium screens, will turn on as soon as the rear auxiliary is connected, as soon as you start moving at about 2 kilometers an hour. When you stop, they will blank out. I'm not sure why that is, but just is. So, but it still totally works. I've got all the controls and everything. Yeah, so it gives you all kinds of different information there. I can turn all that off, so that's pretty cool. And as you can see here, I'll start it up and you'll be able to see that the audio and everything does work perfectly. Let me just focus on that. So basically what will happen is I've now, if I head back over to, let's say, my music application, turn that down. If I turn the volume up, you should be able to hear the music. So that's all good, and basically when I get this connection and it arrives, it will send all my emissions. As you can see, I'm just idling at the moment. So imagine if I was in the dashboard and I was to rev, it would give it to me. So I'm pretty excited for that to come. Like, that should be actually pretty awesome. I think it'll give me a lot more to do, you know, with in terms of performance and all that kind of stuff. So pretty exciting. That's basically it. That's all that I've done at the moment. I'll do a follow-up video soon to show you guys everything. That's pretty much all I've done with the iPad, but it works perfectly and I absolutely love it. So it saves me having to, I broke the front connection of the aux, so it saves me having to go out and spend, Holden wanted $1,000 to get that front aux fixed. It's just a little 3.5mm jack and they had to replace the whole fascia, so fuck that. I'd set this up and it works much better. I think that's everything. As I mentioned before, you get a total charge. My iPad never dies. I'm connected to a wireless network when I drive into my driveway, so I can add new files and do updates from my computer. It'll just connect. The iPad's always set up in my car. It's sturdy from the Velcro. Some people have removed the fascia and removed the screen, and it's been cool for them, but I didn't want to do that because I'd lose all these controls here, you know, reverse parking, all that kind of, reverse sensors, all that stuff. Another thing you can do quickly if I've got time is, if you are driving, say for instance you're stuck in traffic or whatnot, something that you can do on Apple, which is cool, is I've got an iPhone here, just like everyone basically does. If I was to go, let me just turn this up. If I was to go to personal hotspot and turn that on, I can now connect to the internet using my phone, and the speed will be the exact same. So if I'm stuck in traffic, or or I'm broken down or whatever, I can use Facebook or go on YouTube or do all kinds of stuff, and it will just use the data from my phone. So it just uses a Bluetooth connection, or it'll create its own Wi-Fi ad hoc network. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Anyway, guys, if you have any questions, just let me know. It's pretty cool. I've had a lot of people ask me how I've set this up, and they want me to give them a hand doing it. So if anyone has any questions, or you want me to give you, any advice, let me know, and I'll do my best to help you. So hope that's cool, and I'll talk to you all soon. Alright, ciao guys.